This Grief Thing's a project that invites people to think about and talk about and perhaps learn about grief. It's a series of temporary shops where people can buy these different items. It's conversations that we host where we invite people to come together and talk, and a billboard campaign that tries to make grief really visible in public spaces. So the whole project is simply trying to make grief more visible, to normalise it and to encourage people to get better at talking about it.
In the shop we have lots of items of clothing, hoodies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, postcards and condolence cards as well. Everything that is in the shop has a text on it. And the texts have been taken from all the conversations that we originally had. So when we were doing the research, things that kept coming up, we took those things and we put them on to these items that we're selling. And the idea is that somebody might say, oh, what does that mean? Why are you wearing that? And then that conversation starts. But you don't have to buy something. There's a lot of things in the shop where you can just sit down on the sofa, write out a card, put it up on the wall if you want to. So there's lots of different ways of being in this space.
Grief, everybody is going to experience at some point. For such a powerful thing, most people don't seem to be very well equipped to deal with it. What we're trying to do is to really explicitly say to people, there is nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. There's nothing to be frightened of. We just need to practice accepting this thing more and more.
There was a moment for me where I was just looking at sweaters. I read the word loss and I just started crying. And for me, that was a moment where I just paused and realised I've suffered a loss. It helped to unlock something that I didn't even realise was trapped inside of me.
One part of the project are things that we call grief gatherings. Small groups of people who come together to talk about grief.
And we just say, how easy or difficult is it to talk about grief? And they're able just to kind of talk through the feelings that they've had, the things that they're holding on to, and maybe things that they haven't been able to tell anybody else. And usually other people are able to say, I feel that too.
It's very rare indeed for me to find an opportunity just to have someone hear me, truly listen to what I'm saying without trying to fix it or make it go away, just to be heard.
I don't think we've ever made a project which has felt as important as this one. We had no idea if people would come through the doors, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people have come. I think our deepest hope for this project is that we offer something useful over and above it being a shop or an art project, something which goes actually right to the heart of what it is just to be alive.
This Grief Thing has changed my life because it's changed me, and I'm really grateful for that.